Hello guys, and welcome to the third episode in our Royalist France playthrough here in Victoria 2 Historical Project mod. So, we're back, and yeah, in the previous episode, the Bourbon monarchical legitimist restoration finally happened, and we are now the proper shade of France, also known as white. So yeah, we got our white fleur-de-lis Bourbon Royal Standard flag, and our color in the map is now white. We also got the white coat and blue pants uniforms, so that's pretty awesome. And the entire country is sort of extremely pissed at us. Yeah, I think keeping a absolute monarchy as France is not exactly easy, because we have the national value of liberty, which I think has some effect on, political reform desire plus 5%, so that's bad, but we're gonna do our best. I'm not saying we're gonna keep the absolute monarchy until the end of the game. We're most likely not gonna be doing that, but I will want to end the ruling party only policy though, and actually get some liberals in, because even if I'm not super interested in granting people the right to vote, I wouldn't mind doing some other reforms, and I will eventually want social reforms. So I think freeing up the upper house will be good, and he'll still be appointed. So it'll still be appointed by the king, of course. He'll just appoint the ones he feels like he needs to get the reforms he wants. I mean, it's kind of funny though. Technically, we could now actually reenact serfdom if we wanted. So we could like totally bring France back to the Stone Age, but even if that would be kind of fun for roleplay reasons, it would probably cripple our nation so badly that I don't necessarily think we're going to actually do that. Immigrant protection -10, that's not a problem. Poor savings, education efficiency -15. That's not super great. I mean, with good school systems, we will only then get a 5% bonus, so let's not do serfdom. Let us instead, that's a good question. What should we get? What should we get our hands on? What kind of military tech do the Prussians have these days? Gotta remember to actually keep up with that. Nah, they're still at 6 out of 30 as well, so we can safely meme our way and do some other fun little technology. We cannot do organic chemistry yet, so I think I'm going to do positivism, just to get some of that colonial migration and education efficiency. I really would like to get some colonial migration in this one. Here we go, more reactionary events. Punish the reactionaries. No. Punish the liberals, yes! That's how it's done. So are there any actual reforms we would want to revoke though? Actually boosting up conscription could be pretty good. It'll piss off the people, but actually no, they actually like that. Well, I guess we'll wait a little bit then before we change it to appointed. By the way, if you're wondering how you do that, basically you just choose another political party, and then you'll get an event that essentially says like, hold on a second, I think having ruling party only is a bit overpowered if you can choose whatever party you want. And so and then the game just automatically stops you from being able to do that. So it's kind of funny. We're encouraging bureaucrats over here, but doesn't look like we're making much progress. So I think I'm going to stop this for now. To be fair, now we have some decent administration efficiency here. Yeah, maybe trying to encourage bureaucrats while we still have slavery down here is not super effective. So, we'll probably want to ban slavery soon enough. Because I've recently learned as well that you actually have to ban slavery in order to get the Scramble for Africa casus belli. So, and there's another special decision we can do as France. Annex New Caledonia. Ooh, I want to do that. Nationalism and imperialism. Well, I guess we'll be working on that soon. But the plan of 1845. Essentially, we can just take some land from some African nation. So that'll be fun. Let's see. We need to get another bit of intellectual encouragement. Yeah, it's quite a large nation, France, so it takes a while to encourage intellectuals, but that's fine. We do start out with a decent bit of literacy though, so I don't find it necessary to go all the way up to 4% like I usually do. I think we're going to keep it at 2% for now. That's what I've been doing off screen anyways. And it's been working fine so far. Liberal orientation, yeah. Sweden, sure. I don't really see a good reason not to. Sweden has a Sweden does not have a tendency to get involved in dumb stuff, so. Also, never mind. Two Sicilies were losing their great power status for a while there, but it looks like they were able to bump back, or whatever you want to say. Yeah, sure. Alright, Foucault's pendulum. In an observatory in Paris, the physicist Léon Foucault, or Foucault, or however you pronounce it, proved that the Earth was rotating around its axis. He repeated the experiment in the Pantheon in Paris before the eyes of an amazed public. Mon Dieu! Didn't people already know that? Or maybe they already knew it, they just hadn't proved it yet. I don't really know. Nationalist fervor. What? Are the Germans being stupid here? Crush them. What do they think? Germans thinking they can unite their stuff. But yeah, let's do 4-year. Yeah, mobilization impact, immigration attraction, they don't really matter. So yeah, might not go all the way to service by requirement, but that is mainly because it hurts your education efficiency, although it's only by 1%, and France is a nation that really benefits a lot from its mobilized forces. You can see we have bumped it up from like 60 something to like 127. We have a huge amount of accepted pops, so we can mobilize a fuck ton of dudes. I remember that from my previous attempt at a France campaign. That was like the main thing that kept us from... That allowed us to win against Germany. It's the fact that we had like 1 billion fucking mobilized forces. Also, I should spend my diplomatic points. Hey, France is finally a secondary power. Good. Let's make super good friends with them and get them in our sphere. French craftsmen. I don't want to kill my craftsmen though, but I don't want them to be liberal. Ah, damn it. What are you doing these days? Krakow. Okay, well that's okay. Free press promised. I don't want to give you free press. Jeez. No, never. I don't think so, boy. So are you like sphered by anyone or... Not really, no. So yeah, I'll quote-unquote join you. Even if I won't do jack shit, but your little swarm of German minor states will surely do that for you. Play the sax. The Belgian instrument maker Adolphe Sax registered a patent on the so-called saxophone. However, French competitors filed several lawsuits preventing the sax from effectively marketing his creation. Okay. I mean, is that something to celebrate, or... Well, I guess we are the French, so fuck the Belgians, right? Well, at least until we turn them into a part of our nation. Yeah, obviously I want to be allied to you. Weren't we already allied? Guess he ditched the alliance. Wow, as if we weren't reactionary enough. Here we have an anti-Jacobin tract. So we gained 40 reactionary on the upper house. I mean, yeah, I did pass the service by requirement. I normally would not do it, but the fact that we are France and that we are going to be relying quite heavily on our mobilized brigades, I think it's worth it. Yeah, anti-Jacobin tract, that will reduce consciousness, which is probably useful because it's huge at the moment. Kill off some dudes, and we can begin influencing Spain. Very nice. And we do now have the infamy to do a little invasion of Wallonia here. So I think we're going to start sneaking in some influence here. Ooh, Louis Napoleon flees! After his failed coup of 1840, Louis Napoleon, nephew of Emperor Napoleon I, was sentenced to spend the remainder of his life in the fortress of Ham. However, in May 1846, he managed to flee and escape to Great Britain. Merde. Well, even more fucking reactionaries. No, I don't want to ally you. Well, maybe I could have allied... Oh, Jesus Christ! What is going on? They declared war? For the French Madras? What? What is this tomfoolery? I will not accept this. How dare you? Well, that sucks. This stupid province, and you gonna go to war for it. Fuck you, I'm not gonna tolerate this. I'm gonna fucking butt rape Prussia, and then we'll see. We should probably keep like a bit of a garrison though, to defend ourselves from inevitable liberal uprisings. Oh man, my throat. But yeah, this will be interesting. Man, God, I wish I could get Russia in on this, but no, doesn't look like we're gonna get that. Ah, they're gonna get ticking war score as well, because obviously they're gonna be able to take that. Gonna have to rush into Prussia then, and see if we can beat them up before... let's see, military access. Oh, really? Dude, what are you on about? Well, what are you gonna do then? Portugal as well. Yeah, but Spain don't join though, so, oh, well, maybe he won't be able to do anything here. Oh, my throat. Ah, nothing like a bit of bourbon when you're playing as the Bourbon dynasty, right? But yeah, we need to organize our forces here. This is a dire situation. Alright, we're beginning now. Hopefully this will go as smoothly as it did last time. I really did not feel like fighting the Germans again, but what are you gonna do? They sort of forced this war upon us. But yeah, it looks like this... well, actually, the Spanish are not doing that great. I do have an Algerian force though, so we could send that to help out the Spanish acquisition of Portugal. Well, they are not necessarily going to annex the thing, but yeah, look at that. So in this situation, we actually had to look at the negatives as something positive in terms of war score, because we are the defenders in this one. Also, I was able to not get Switzerland into the war. They asked to ally me because the Switzerland is still controlled by their normal AI, but they have a special script / event / something that basically prevents them from allying people. It basically cancels the alliance the second after it's formed, so I guess it also cancels their intervention in wars, so now at least we know that. Ooh, interesting. So Prussia is now actually they didn't get to call all their little puppets in, which is kind of a problem, because now we can't actually walk over to their western territories. Well, maybe we can get access through Hanover. No, we can't. Okay, well, actually it doesn't look like we can get access through anyone. Well, I guess we'll have to go around then. I guess that's not too big of a deal. Ugh, getting a bit tired of this war, to be honest. Like, I think we can probably win it, but the cost of just giving it up is so cheap that I think I might actually do that. I mean, we can always take it back later if we feel like it, so... I don't like this war, because the British are getting a ticking war score from them controlling Madras, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I think we're just gonna surrender, actually. A lot of people might disagree quite heavily with this decision, but what are you gonna do? So yep, we'll surrender our last territory in India, even if it does pain me. But I need my troops on the home front at this point, because we need to defend from any filthy liberals who get any funny ideas. So I guess that's what we're going to be focusing on. Speaking of liberals though, let's actually appoint the liberals to the government, because that'll give us the event that gets rid of ruling party only, and that'll allow us to slowly actually enact some reforms, because our people are getting really angry at this point. It'll get a little better once the liberal revolutions end, but this is still very far from optimal, so yeah. Alright, here we are, Constitutional Convention. So yeah, otherwise people would exploit the situation. Love that little nod there. Oh, and here we go. Well, good thing I peaced out, actually, because this is going to be kind of a nuisance to clean up. Alright, we can now add Spain to our sphere of influence. That's very nice. There we are. Ah yes, our influence grows. Most of Western Europe, with the exception of the British, are now, or the British sphere is now under our control. Well, far Western Europe, or whatever you want to call it. So, wow, yeah, we're getting so many reactionary events that the upper house is still majority reactionary. That is honestly kind of annoying, because I actually want some liberal reform at this point to try and calm the people's tits a bit. I love, though, how Canada is, like, super peaceful. They're not revolting at all. They're just hanging out like, we're okay, man. We get to speak French and be Catholic again. It's awesome. Ah, yes. Lovely, lovely Canada. Well done. I think, though, we might want to begin an invasion of Wallonia soon. Well, I'm close to, at least, being able to kick out the British from Wallonia. So we can actually do that right now. Let's see, out with you. Alright, we need to actually be friendly ourselves. So I guess we'll focus a bit more on our influence in the region. Also, good thing I noticed this, there are Luxembourgian nationalists in Luxembourg. That just vanished, so never mind. I guess they got spooked there. My glorious royal army came marching in. But yeah, we don't want Luxembourg in independent. Jesus Christ, can we not do this? Damn it, I want to get reforms, but I can't! Why are there so many reactionaries in the upper house? I guess I've been clicking on the events in their favor, but I guess we'll have to do it the other way. Because this is getting a bit mental here. Ooh. So the political parties have been changed up a bit. The Conservatives now support the Bonapartist cause, so they want to get the Bonapartists into the monarchy. And the good old Republicans have been replaced with the Union Liberal, Liberal, something like that. And they're annoying because they have laissez-faire, which means I need to go back over to the Bonapartists. I mean, I'm not actually going to obviously restore the Bonaparte monarchy, but role-playing can only be taken so far. We need to actually reform our nation here a bit, because we are getting so many revolts. Look at that, I'm down to 35 possible brigades. Jesus, yeah, look at that. I can legitimately see the difference in the population, I think, unless I'm very wrong. But we are killing off a fuck ton of our own people here. These revolts need to chill. Also, the fucking reactionaries are being salty. I really don't understand what their problem is. I guess the events that we're getting here are just making them salty, I guess. Yeah, let's open up our factories that vanished and subsidize everything. Yes. So I still don't understand. Why are there so many reactionaries? God. No, kill them all. Even if I was just complaining about my population being killed off here by all of this unrest. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so the Dutch are finally going to annex Wallonia, which is a bit annoying because I wanted to get in here and actually take Luxembourg before they did that. But still, I am very happy that the Dutch were successfully able to do this. Well, I mean, they haven't technically done it yet, but, you know, they will any second now, so. Also, let's fund the army pay to try and encourage more people to become soldiers, because we're starting to get a bit low on those. Oh, for the love of God, thank you. The end of the revolution. We pray for the fallen. We really don't, though. Fuck the fallen. Fuck the liberals. Glory to the Kingdom of France. So yeah, all pops that support liberal lose 6 militancy, gain prestige, and oh, lovely. Broken, busted, and thrown to the sides lie barricades. The tricolors have stopped waving from the windowsills. The events that will be recorded by history as the French Liberal Revolution of 1849 are all in the past, and it seems that we have managed to weather the storm. Very well. So that calms people down a bit, but the fundamental problems will still be here though, so we'll still going to be gaining quite a lot of militancy. We're getting close now though to getting the reactionaries out of the upper house, so we might soon now be able to finally get some reforms and calm down our people a bit. So that'll be nice. I'm just gonna wait. Is the next... yeah, empiricism. No, empiricism is 1860 actually. But I do want nationalism and imperialism though, so I'll wait around for that. Save up some of those research points. Right, once this province falls, we should be able to end this war. Here we are, annex Wallonia. And now we have a greater Dutch ally in the north, who we are soon going to be invading, but that will happen when it happens, so yeah. Okay, we can finally do some reforms. So what are people salty about? They want free press and suffrage. Well, we're not going to give them suffrage yet, so for now, let's just give them... Well, yeah, let's ban slavery. That's a, thing that doesn't impact things too much, so that didn't actually affect militancy that much at all. God, we might have to give them voting rights sooner than I wanted. Oh, what a disaster. Ah, look at that. The Ottomans are a great power again. That's annoying, because I really don't want them to integrate Egypt. I want to annex Egypt. I want to do what Napoleon failed to do. I will show him the superiority of the Bourbon dynasty. But yeah, I've been also thinking a bit, infamy now. So what I was thinking, and Schleswig-Holstein, is this the, wait, are they just outright an independent nation now? They're not sphered by anyone? Well, Prussians are definitely going to sphere them. So, but I don't know, I can ally them, sure, why not? But yeah, what I was thinking, maybe we can try another one of those, another little war against Prussia, in order to conquer more of Canada. That would be kind of neat. We can't really do that right now though, because we have a truce with Prussia after that little failure of a war in India. So, yeah. Some poor little Frenchies down in Pondicherry are now British citizens. It is a disaster. So, I mean, I would like to get nationalism and imperialism or biologism, but maybe actually getting some military technology would be smart. Although we are actually, well, no, we are actually equal to the Prussians. So, I guess we can get some army professionalism. Although, to be fair, it'll be like 2 years until we can actually fight Prussia, so maybe we do get ourselves nationalism and imperialism. Expansionism, manifest destiny, a lot of good shit here. Minimum life rating. Oh, biologism as well though. That education efficiency 50%. That is pretty good. I think it just boils down to me wanting everything. Also, oh, I might actually want organic chemistry, because those pop growth bonuses are... Well, I guess it's only one in this one, but I still actually that's a super priority. So let's do that actually, and then hopefully we can get some military technology before we wage war on the Prussians. This will be a really hard war though, because we are rather unstable as of right now. Speaking of the devil, ugh. Oh really? The Dutch nationalize their industry because they became a great power. Huh. Hopefully I have not accidentally created a little monster here that'll resist me, because that would be annoying. Anyways, though, we got ourselves some organic chemistry, so let's start working on that army technology. Finally we're able to do some reforms. I think we're going to free up the presses, which might just... Well, actually, barely anyone is campaigning for press freedom anymore. Well, I'll still give it to them. Well, I didn't actually calm them down that much. Hey, you can ally the Ottomans, sure. I guess the Crimean War and all of that jazz is going to be popping up soon enough, so... I guess having some influence in the Levant could not hurt, could it? No. It most definitely cannot. Also building up some artillery here, because I assume the next war against Prussia we will indeed have to mobilize our forces. So that is indeed a thing. And hey, the liberals vanished. I guess that little reform did the trick. Look at our poor little population. We're killing off so many of our people. But then just new stupid ass generations of moronic liberals rise up. Continue the cycle of death and sadness. Pierre Joseph whatever. In July 1851, Broughton published his general idea of the revolution in the 19th century, formulating basic thoughts of anarchism. Anarchism doesn't sound nice. And then we somehow gain prestige. But yeah, no, that does sound kind of awful. So, moralism, yes. Become in favor of moralism and shut up and stop revolting. Hey, La Légion Étrangère, or however. So yeah, Foreign Legion can now be enacted, and that increases our mobilization size even further. How lovely. So yeah, there we are. Now we have an absolute fuck ton of people who can be mobilized. Well, that sort of is how France got super powerful historically, so it does sort of make sense. Ooh, that takes a while. Although, maybe we won't actually wage war before then, so... Although, nah, let's go for, like, military plans instead. Or maybe... Well, I don't really know, to be honest. What kind of tech do the Prussians have? They have 6 still, so we're still superior to them. But I want to make sure I'm super superior, so yeah, fuck it, let's just go breech-loaded rifles, what the hell. Ottoman Empire, yes. If I can bring them into the war as well, that would be awesome. The more the merrier, right? Through the air! To the marvel of spectators, pioneer Henry Giffard traveled 27 kilometers from Versailles to Trappes S something, employing a one-man airship, a balloon propelled by a small motor. Flying! What is next? Planes? Probably. But yeah, I think it's about time we end this episode though. Yeah. In the next one, we might do another invasion of Prussia, and good to see that I'm not the only one struggling with Jacobin rebels. This time a little bit harder though. The Prussians really have quite a military score at this point. It's actually even higher than mine. But I refuse to believe that they can spam more mobilized brigades than I can. I am the master of mobilization. Maybe we will even attempt to, like, invade Canada itself. I don't know. We'll see in the next episode though. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.